This is Optimal Relationships Daily, episode 384. 7 Tips for Parents with Fussy Eaters, Part 1, by Dan Schmidt with nerdfitness.com. And I'm Joss Marie. Hola, and welcome to my show where I try and help you optimize your relationships. And today, I'm actually going to try and help you optimize your relationship with your toddler by narrating an article from Dan Schmidt that offers tips for healthy eating habits. And because it's super important to me and Lee as parents that we continue to help Talon form healthy eating habits, I'm especially eager to share this post with you. So let's get right into it and start optimizing your life. 7 Tips for Parents with Fussy Eaters, Part 1, by Dan Schmidt with nerdfitness.com. What have we always said is the most important thing? Breakfast? Nope. Family. As parents who want the very best for our kids, we try to fuel their growing bodies with the best food possible. But as any parent of a toddler, preschooler, or even adolescent knows, our kids aren't always on the same page. The toddler years especially can be a challenging time for feeding. All of a sudden, a previously easygoing infant who ate anything begins to reject the same foods being offered. Don't panic. This is a completely normal, albeit difficult stage in your child's development, and we're here to help you through it. Let's jump into looking at why children become fussy eaters and examine some strategies you can implement today to lighten your load. Why does this happen? As a parenthood specialist, almost every parent I've met has asked me about issues in their child's eating habits. The simple reason issues occur is that our toddlers are pulling a power play. They've gained control. Most things in their life are still controlled by their parents. What they wear, when they sleep, where they sit. The one thing they have figured out is that they can choose what to eat or spit out. This change in behavior usually occurs between the ages of 12 to 18 months of development. Remember when you first discovered the Konami code? You figured out a new way to beat the system and likely tried it out whenever you could at first? That's what our toddlers are doing. They figured out something new, and by spitting out their vegetables, they're telling their parents that they'll do what they want. If parents don't manage this stage carefully, such as not always giving in to their child's demands, these toddlers can grow up to become fussy eaters as older children. So, what can I do about it? Let's put the master controller back in your hands with some simple strategies. Number 1, eat together. One of the simplest things you can do to encourage great eating habits in your child's early years is to sit down together for family meals. Studies and reports by the National Center on Addiction and Substance Abuse at Columbia University show that kids who eat with their family regularly are at lower risk of developing poor eating habits, weight problems, and even drug addiction compared to children who eat alone more often. When your kids regularly have a positive role model who is eating healthy thrust upon them, along with getting the benefits of feelings like belonging, stability, and well-being, they are more likely to follow your lead and enjoy healthy meal times. Sitting down to dinner together isn't just about nutrition. It's about connecting and teaching children about becoming members of society and acting in a civilized way. Number 2, get rid of any distractions. Quote, Dad placed a great deal of importance on mealtime. He had a very strict rule. When the family starts to eat, the television is definitely turned down. End quote. Super bonus points to anybody who knows where that quote is from without using Google or the Konami code. Seriously though, turn off the idiot box and put the handheld technology away. That means you too, Mom and Dad. Children get very easily distracted and overstimulated. Practice mindful eating. By eliminating distractions, your child will be able to put more focus towards what's on their plate. Studies have shown that practicing mindful eating helps keep people focused on their meal and listen to their body's cues. However, feel free to play some light background music or light a candle at mealtime to promote a different yet calm environment. Number 3, maintain consistent rules. It's very important that parents of fussy eaters maintain clear and consistent food rules in the house at all times. Just like if Pac-Man touches a ghost without eating a power pellet, a life will be lost. Simple and consistent, no exceptions. At mealtime, be sure to 1, be clear and simple. 2, encourage good behavior. 3, know when to call it quits. 4, be consistent. And 5, The Art of Manliness has an excellent post on why you should parent like a video game, which has many points that can be adapted for your family. So, if your child refuses a particular food that they have previously enjoyed, don't be fooled. It's a trap. They're hoping you'll offer up something sweet as an alternative. If you do fall for this, your child will quickly learn that refusing vegetables results in something else being offered. So, consistency is the key. However, if your child continues to reject the meal, it is probably because they are simply not hungry. Toddlers have small stomachs and grow at a slower rate than babies, so it is completely normal for them to eat a lot one day and very little the next. That leads me to, don't use the force, Luke parents. Whatever you do, don't force them to eat, bribe them, or insist they finish everything on their plate. By doing this, you're risking creating a major issue around food, as well as generating a power struggle, spending willpower points, over something that's really not worth it. Remember, their stomachs are super small, so forcing overeating can cause detrimental physical and psychological effects regarding diet in their futures. Number 4, presentation is everything. Toddlers and children are very observant. Before they even start eating, their eyes are observing what has just been put in front of them. If it looks gross, they're going to think it tastes gross. So keep it colorful, neat, and interesting. It literally takes an extra minute to rearrange their food into a smiley face or make the Triforce out of veggie sticks. Just a little variation can sometimes make a world of difference. If your child dislikes fruit, for example, try a range of cut fruits on a skewer. Also, try preparing foods a different way. If your child hates steamed cauliflower, try mashed or roasted cauliflower. Steve has covered how to prepare vegetables differently in his How to Start Eating Vegetables post, so give it a read and see what works for your family. And number 5, hear that in tomorrow's episode. You just listened to part 1 of the post titled 7 Tips for Parents with Fussy Eaters by Dan Schmidt with nerdfitness.com. From day one with Talon, and actually way beforehand, it's always been important to me that we turn off the TV and all other devices during mealtime. And I notice it definitely helps Talon focus entirely on eating and family. It may seem like such a simple thing to do, but it has a really large impact. And Lee's actually got some practice in making smiley faces out of omelets. He uses the omelet as the base of the face, kiwi for the hair, banana slices for the mouth, grapes for the eyes, and half slices of toast for the ears. I was super impressed to wake up to see an omelet as a smiley face a few weeks ago, and I know Tal was too. Anyways, I hope you have a good one and look forward to sharing the rest of Dan's tips with you tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this podcast, but also Optimal Living Daily, the show where I read to you from even more blogs covering finance, productivity, minimalism, personal development, and more from incredible bloggers like Derek Sivers, Zen Habits, Mark and Angel, The Minimalists, and all the ones you hear on this show too. So if you enjoyed today's episode and like taking amazing blogs on the go, come on over to Optimal Living Daily and subscribe to that one too. And together, we'll start optimizing your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Living Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode and head to oldpodcast.com. That's OLDpodcast.com for a free gift as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.